Oh, wait. Is it back? Hold on. Oh my god, it's back, but like as like the default like title. What is this? No. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. But like, oh man. Doesn't even got the custom thumbnail anymore. Aww. Poo. Oh well. So yeah, my internet had a little fart, I guess. And turned my live stream into a not live stream anymore. 'Tis a shame. But I guess we continue. I tried everything in my power to try and get it up to speed before it disconnected, but alas, it got ahead of me. Alright, where was I? Okay, I was gonna start not my voice again. I was gonna start working on the facial features. And what? Yeah, we got booted out, guys. Sorries. I'll probably give the stream a title and a different thumbnail once this is over. But yeah, so yeah, I was gonna get started on the face, but also I realized that another thing that I didn't get to doing before stream was I didn't really look up any references for the outfit. I knew I wanted it to be like vaguely a maid outfit, but I didn't look up any references for that, so I guess I'll also be searching for those, but let me at least work on the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Oh. How do I even draw again? It's like every time I draw, it's a while since I did last. So it's like every time I draw, it's like I'm learning how to draw all over again. Which sounds kind of cool, but like it's also kind of, I don't know, frustrating almost, but weeball, I guess. I realize I really like using that phrase, weeball, but like, it's true. Just push through. I really exaggerated the eye shape, dang. Wasn't supposed to be that exaggerated. How do I even draw eyes again? Like, I almost forgot like how I usually do it. I do know I like drawing like the very sleepy, like droopy type eyes. Because that's how I feel most of the time. And also it looks kind of cute. But yeah, if you're back from the disconnection thingy that happened, thank you for sticking around. I could have easily just been like, well, okay, I disconnected. Alright, bye guys. Well, I'll try again next time, but no, I'm determined to get through with this at least a little bit more. And then I'll stop. But I'm like, no, I can't just end it there, not like that. So let me make the a little bit thicker. I need to just practice drawing a lot more, so I'll probably have to get used to like messy sketches for a bit. But I also want to draw more so I could like post them and stuff like that. I thought that would be pretty fun, especially like fan art and stuff, so you guys could get a idea of all the things and the characters that I like. Because I usually don't talk about it, although I feel like I should, you know? I don't know why I don't. Just never really got around to it. But I have a lot of fan art ideas in mind. Just never got around to it. It's fine. Internet's powerful. Powerful is an attacked random. Yeah. Tis. I hate it when my internet goes out because it's like you pay so much money only for it to like barely work half the time. Like, what the fuck? We're paying all this much for good internet. And then the good internet never comes. Instead, it just goes. I'll just copy, paste, and flip this. I don't got time. I got no time. I got no time to live. Okay. Just erase some of this. Damn, that's a big ass head. I need to work on my anatomy too. That's another thing. But that's a bridge I'll cross when I get there. Also, I think the eyes are just a little too low on the face. It's another issue. This is why I hate like sketching on on stream, because like it is a little bit embarrassing to see all the ways that all the things I need to improve so publicly, you know? But oh well. I will never get better unless I do. To nose or not to nose? That is the question. I know some people don't draw noses, but I draw at least a little bloop. And that's about it. I call it a day after that. And then just like a kind smile. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, just like a general kind smile. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. And then... oh, I still need to draw the irises and stuff like that. Wrong brush. I keep on forgetting to switch out of my... Oh, no, not print. To switch out of my... Ooh. My eraser. I forgot how to draw eyes again. I will say another reason, it's a little bit more personal too. Another reason why it's like I haven't drawn in a long time, or why I haven't found like the motivation to, is because like for like a big chunk of my life I was like the art kid, right? And like it's like, you know, a lot of things just kind of took more who be honkin'? Like just other things kind of gotten in the way and like kind of took more importance than drawing. So like naturally I just kind of drew less, and then all of a sudden it's like I wasn't drawing at all. And then like seeing that, like, of course when you haven't drawn in a long time and you haven't practiced it, your whatever like skills you had, they kind of degrade a little bit, and I definitely have been feeling that. And I remember feeling very embarrassed about it, because I was like, oh, I used to be the art kid. Like, I was like that kid that like drew all the time, and like that almost in a way became part of my identity. And then it wasn't. And then I was just kind of like, oh, I used to like this thing, and I still do like this thing. I just haven't done it. And it's something that was a big part of my identity for so long. I was no longer good at it. You know? And before it was like a thing where it's like, oh, you're so young and like you draw good, so you're really good. But then it's like I just got older and my skill level never increased, and then it's like, oh, you know, it's like you're no longer quote unquote good anymore, because it's like, oh, you're just not you're no longer quote unquote good for your age anymore, because people only say that when you're like younger. But then when you're older, it's just kind of like, oh, whatever. So, it's like another big reason why it got hard for me to pick up the pencil again, in a way. But at the same time, like, and it's not like I really was drawing anything, or like wanted to draw anything all that difficult. I always just like drawing cute anime girls. Right? Just cute anime girls wearing clothes that I like. That was what I really liked drawing. I really like drawing cute anime girls and clothes and stuff like that. So it wasn't like I was drawing the Mona Lisa, you know? I'm not, you know, I'm no Picasso, right? But even so, I still, you know, I still wanted to get back to that. Even if it wasn't like, you know, what would be considered like fine art or high art, you know? Because I realized I always liked fashion, even as like a little kid. So like I realized that I always liked drawing clothes. So naturally that became something that I really like drawing. I just like drawing pretty girls in pretty clothes. That was like the big thing that I just drew all the time. I currently haven't been good for my agent and stopping. Yeah, I do know that this is I do know that like I'm not the only one, obviously. I have never had an original experience or thought ever in my life, you know? But I do know this is also quite common with like, not even just art, with like any other like sort of skill, hobby, profession in a way, right? That like people pick up, especially if they picked it up while they were younger and then kind of grew up doing it. But it's, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, it's like just some things just get in the way that make it hard to continue your passion. But, you know, it's important that you try to keep up with it. And even if, like, especially, like, for example, like in my case and in so many other people's cases, if you do, you know, fall out of it, but you still love it, that you one day eventually you come back to it and you kind of pick up where you left off, you know? Like, don't abandon it forever, basically, because that would be very sad. Very, very sad. Alright, where was I going if I was still doing the eye? I like doing, instead of drawing the iris, I've seen some people doing this as well, where they, kinda, and let me lower the opacity on this one, and make the brush kind of big. Well, that's a little too big. But they kind of just, like, block out the eye, so, like, I was just, like, in just, like, one color. Why is it black like that? I want it to be purple. I want it to be purple. They kind of just block it out like that. It looks a little crazy for a second, but trust me, kind of just, like, block out the shape. Sometimes sketching it is kind of hard. I just like blocking out the shape. And that's the iris. Is it even the iris? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the parts of the eye were. I remember I used to know from, like, anatomy and whatever, but I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I'll just copy paste that. It's a little, let's see. I do a bunch of, like, these little time-saving hacks because, to be completely honest, I'm a bit of a lazy artist too. If I could do anything to speed up the process or skip something, I will. That's about here. Hold on. I could do better. They still look kind of funky, not gonna lie. Can never quite do it right. If you draw, even if you draw a stick man that's an artist, that is very true. I mean, if you think about it, whoever it was that drew the stick man, they were kind of revolutionary. If you think about it that way. Because, like, now that's become, like, the default, like, most simplified depiction of a human form. So it's like, imagine the first person that ever drew a stick man. Like, wow. What'd I do? And even though my art's not perfect or anything, the mindset I have adopted recently was, yeah, my art's not that good, but at least it's not AI. That's the mindset I've got now. It's like, well, yeah, I could improve this and that, but hey, at least it's not AI slop. So, that's one thing. No, and the AI bros, they will get so, like, crybaby about it. They're like, you think you're better than me just because you don't use AI for everything. And it's like, yes, I do think so, actually. Like, I understand there are some good applications for AI. I will say, some people just take it a little too far, like, I remember seeing this commercial. I forgot for what. And I think it was for like ChatGPT or whatever. But it was a commercial basically like showing people using ChatGPT for like everything in their life. And there was literally one of like this somebody being like, "Oh, I don't know what to eat for dinner." So they ask Chat to generate them ideas for what to cook that night. And like, huh? Like, I kind of get where they were going for, but at the same time, it's like, I'm sorry, like, what do you mean you have to ask AI what you should eat for sustenance? Like, it's so, it was such a weird commercial. Because I'm like, what do you mean you need to ask AI for what it is that you yourself want to eat? Like, that's such a personal thing. It's like, oh, what do I want to eat, you know? What do I want to cook or whatever? And instead you're getting that from AI of all places. It's different if you were to like ask somebody for suggestions, but it's like you're literally asking the computer to tell you what you should want to eat. It was so strange, and the implications were so strange. It was so weird. That's like the people that kind of scare me a little bit. The ones that use it for absolutely everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Like in the commercial, like what to eat, what to wear. They use it as like their therapist. Like anything that could have been a Google search, they use AI for it instead. It's like, we are losing the ancient texts, people. Like, what do you mean you don't just Google like easy weeknight recipes anymore? Like, that's what people used to do. That's what I do. Like, if I genuinely don't know what to eat, I want something super quick and easy, I'll like Google quick and easy weeknight dinners or whatever. And yeah, stuff will pop up, you know? It's not like there's any shortage of that stuff, you know? That hasn't already been, you know, made before. So it's like, come on, people. Snap out of it. Please. Like, stuff like that actually makes me so scared for them. And like where we're headed in a way. And then there's also like the people that use AI art and like claim that they're artists. No, you're not artists. And they always make the argument that like, oh, AI has democratized art, that it has made art more accessible. But I'm like, bruh, art has always been accessible. What do you mean? They're like, oh, not all of us were born with these gifts. Okay, technically nobody was. Everybody had to practice it. Even all the people that you look up to, they weren't born with it. They had to practice it at least a little bit, you know? So it's like, yeah, technically, no, we're not all just like born with the ability. In the sense of like, you don't just like come out the womb drawing like Michelangelo, for example. You know, even Michelangelo had to do a few, bad paintings or sculptures. What did Michelangelo do? No, I think he did both paintings and sculptures. But, you know, even he had to do bad paintings and sculptures before he got good paintings and sculptures out of it. You know, so like, art has always been accessible. You know, it's like you literally see people, you know, like literally we see people like with no hands finding ways to draw, like, or like without fancy equipment. Like, you don't need fancy equipment, you just need paper and pencil. Like, we literally had cave people drawing on walls. Like, it's always been accessible, I fear. So the whole, oh, AI is just making art easier and more accessible when it's already such an accessible medium, it's such a bullshit excuse, because like, it falls flat so fast. So yeah, just like, and the worst part is that like, I have full confidence that those same people could get really good if they just like practiced and drew themselves. Like, I have full confidence in that, and that's the sad part. Like, people that rely on AI for art, like AI art, like, it's almost like you're shooting yourself in the foot, because you probably could have been better than the AI itself if you had just tried. And that's the sad part, really. You know, apart from the environmental issues that come with it, it's also just sad in the sense that they are at the same time capping their own potential as well. You know? By using that. And I also hate just like how prevalent AI art in like AI generated imagery of any kind has gotten. Cause like I have mentioned this. I have mentioned this that like I'm still like currently in uni and stuff like that, and I myself have bumped into issues with like, for example, for assignments and whatever. It's like, oh, use AI to generate. Use AI. Like, shut up! No, I don't want to use AI. Shut up. Like they... And like, I understand they're like, oh, AI is the future, so like we need to prepare you guys for using it in the workplace. But I'm like, some of the applications that they want us to use it for are so stupid. Like, no, and like most of the time I don't use the AI. Like literally they tell me to use AI and I look them in the face and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't care if my assignment doesn't come out as good as other people's, I'm not doing that. It's just like against my morals, you know? And, you know, I think I'm fully in my rights to say that. And to do that, you know? And to be honest, I don't even think they noticed that, you know? Because, like, usually if they're so, you know, if they're such AI glazers, they're probably not gonna notice a lot of the mistakes that are in my work anyways. Draw the little eye, under eye thing. What's it called? Egyosan, Namida Bukuro, whatever you call it. The little... I can never draw it right. I want to draw like nice and thin, but like I never draw it right. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. That one's good enough for the other eye. It's still very sketchy, but oh well. Oh, it came out a lot better the first try. Okay. And then I gotta draw the iris... No, wait, the pupils. There we go. I gotta draw the pupils. The pupils. How do I want to draw the pupils? I know the normal ways to just like draw them kind of like... That's how I always draw them, just like little ovals or whatever, but I also like it like when people draw them like with shapes like hearts, for example, especially because it's supposed to be a Valentine's Day drawing. I think the hearts make sense, so I think I'll do heart pupils this time around. So like heart eyes. It makes sense in this case. Or does it look creepy? It could look creepy, actually. Hold on. Let me get it maybe a little thinner. I literally don't know what I'm doing. Maybe. It could work, maybe. hold on. Let's see. Okay, I kind of dig it. Hold on. There, it looks a little better. You know what? Yeah, let's keep it like that. Yeah. No, hold on. Case. It looks a little creepy, but like, I don't know, I'll keep it. At least for now. Maybe later I'll decide to change it, maybe. I know I'm probably not gonna finish this all tonight. I've already been working on this for a bit. And I was already tired when, you know, when I started. Gotta go. Oh, okay, bye-byes. No, I probably gotta go myself soon too. It's been a long day. And like I said, I was already sleepy as shit before I started. Let's see, what else could I possibly do before I go? Or maybe I should try out other people's? I don't know. They do look kind of creepy. Or you know what I'll do? Hold on. Wait, how do I add like more? Okay. I'll just do that. Put them on their layer. And see another pupil instead. Because they did kind of creep me out. I usually draw quite long pupils, actually. Oh my god, okay. I think just like the regular ones are probably better. Yeah, it's a little better, I guess. I don't know, it still looks kind of weird, not gonna lie. I don't quite know why. No, I probably shouldn't dwell on it too much because then I'll stay stuck on this forever. And might as well... I'll try to draw the... I guess the hair. Bald? Hey! Hey! I'm gonna get to the hair, okay? I know I'm looking kind of bald right now, but I'm getting to it. Gotta go to work now, but have a good rest of your stream. Bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye. We got some worker woolies over here. Good, actually. Because, you know, there's always like the stereotype that like, oh, people that watch VTubers, oh, they're unemployed. First of all, a lot of people that watch VTubers, especially if they're ones that like, you know, donate and whatever, it's like, where do you think they're getting the money from? You know, being a VTuber fan, as somebody that's also a fan of other VTubers, like, it's just expensive. Not just as a VTuber, but also, like, liking VTubers, like, it's just expensive. So it's like, where do y'all think they're getting the money from? And also, like... Yee. I really don't know where I was going with this. But... Yee. Got some woolies in the workforce. That actually makes me quite happy, actually. For some reason, I don't know why. Where's the liquefy tool? What? Hold on, wait, I forgot what... Where's the liquefy tool? I actually forgot. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I forgot what the hotkey was. The head's a little bit too big. I look like Megamind. I haven't watched that movie in forever. Let me just... It's gonna get covered by the hair anyway, so like... Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Hold on. It's a little bit. It still looks kind of bad, but like I said, the hair's gonna cover it up anyways, and that's what I'm drawing next, so... Then... Okay. Got them, the bangs. It feels like I forgot how to draw everything about me too. Bangs. Hold on. I gotta shift how I'm sitting. It's kind of uncomfortable. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Bangs. How do I draw everything about me? It's like I'm forgetting. It's been a while. It's more like the Hime cut part. Then... Okay, the bangs are banging. Okay. And then the other Hime cut piece. Why is my line so wonky? And to be fair, I kind of have shaky hands. So maybe I need to up the stabilizer. You know what? I think these next coming days I'll go back to the tried and true tradition of watching like drawing tutorials. Maybe that'll help me. I realized I haven't watched like an art tutorial in forever. Now like just thinking about it. No, I'm upside down. Okay. I'm still gonna, even after this stream, I'm gonna work on this like these next few days or so. And then I'll try to see if I post the finished product. You know? so y'all can see my hard works. Oh no, it's just those are the funky eyes. And then, oh wait, what was this? Hold on. Okay, then my little forehead moles. Oh, it's hard to, for some reason on this pen it's hard to draw like little dots, so switch to this one. So yeah, like my little forehead moles, and then my little beauty mark under there. That's a bit big, hold on. No, that one I can make it a heart. Wait, that one could be a cute, like as a heart. So let me do that. It could look very Marina and the Diamonds Electra Heart era-esque. There we go, that one's gonna, I'll make this one a heart for Valentine's. You know, I used to do this a lot back in... I know the heart, like the cheek on the heart is also associated with like 2020 eras like e-girls, if you guys remember that. Even though Marina did it first. But it kind of got associated with like 2020's e-girls because it would be like the makeup style would be like the thick with 2C's eyeliner, so much blush, very pigmented, a lot of blush, and a heart on the cheek, usually in black eyeliner. And I say this, not making fun of them at all, mind you, because I used to do my makeup like that all the time around the same time. Because here's the thing, I didn't even really know what e-girls were, right? I just loved the makeup because at the same time, like, I've always liked Marina and the Diamonds as well, so it kind of just, and I also thought the makeup style was really cute, so it kind of was just like, it just happened, right? Especially because at that time I was learning how to do makeup myself, so you know, it just happened that way. So there's like some older photos of me with the e-girl type makeup because yeah. However, I don't think I want those pictures to ever see the light of day online. Then my little like cheek mole. I used to draw it on because I don't have a cheek mole. I used to draw it on but not anymore, but I still keep it. Like when like on drawing depictions of myself, I still keep it. I don't know why. I just do. Heart tattoos. I wouldn't mind getting tattoos. Not on the face though, I don't think. That's a little bit too risky even for me. Okay, rest of the hair. Okay, back to the pen that I like using. I don't know, I like this pen. Looks nice. Then... let me fix this so both sides are even. Okay, and then the rest of the hair shouldn't be too hard. Hold on. I like drawing stuff on a bunch of separate layers so I could erase and not affect anything underneath. What else? What else? Oh yeah, hold on. Again, how do I draw this? Hold on. Okay. On like the topic of like the e-girl makeup thing, I think fondly on the time when it was a bit more common where people would just kind of just like draw shit on their face. I thought that was such like an endearing like I know that's always been kind of like a thing, but I think like in like 2020's like era it was a little bit more because like people were more experimental with makeup because it's not like a lot of people were going outside anyways, so like it was just like fun to see like all the things that people would draw on their faces for fun. I feel like the world has lost a lot of fun. That's like a thought I've been having recently. I'm just like, wow, where's all the fun? There's no fun. I mean, there is, but like a little harder to come by. But that's okay. We can make our own fun. That in and of itself is fun in its own way. Okay, that's the hair. I still cringe looking at my drawings, but it's okay. To improve, you have to deal with the cringe. And to be cringe is to be free. Are you doing drawing class today? No, I don't think so, not today. But I do think that could be fun to do like another day, I think. I have thought of that, like doing like, oh, I draw whatever, you know, like requests, right? But I don't know, I'm still very much not all that confident in my drawing skills to be able to like offer that and like feel good about it, you know? It's like, oh, I like, you know, somebody tells me to draw something and then it's like it doesn't turn out good, like I'd feel very bad. But one day for sure, one day. Or maybe even just for the jokey jokes, you know, like nothing too like serious, right? Like expecting like serious good work. What else? What else? Well, I'm missing a lot of my features. So, like for example, the sheep ears. I haven't even drawn the sheep ears, so let me get to that. I know I said I would stop at the hair, but like I need to continue the look because like this doesn't even look like me. So let's see, hold on. The sheep ears. Keep it very simple this time. No, actually, no, that was bad. Hold on. Okay. No, this look kind of weird. Hold on. Yeah. How do we draw sheep ears again? Hold on. Sans fan art? That'd be funny. It's like, hey everybody, send me your Sans fangirls OCs and I'll draw them. I had to Google some sheep ear references because they're always so hard. Should not be this hard. They're quite the easy shape. Yeah, that's almost there, but not quite. Yeah, that's about it, I think. I don't know. It's as good as it's gonna get for now. Then I like them when they're a little pointier at the end. That's a little better. And then, actually, I think it'd be cute if I had another little fluff part here. Yeah. Then I'll just copy paste it. I don't feel like, you know. And yes, I have 2 sets of ears. What about it? Okay. Actually, no, I want the sheep ears to be above the regular ears. Why does it still look so weird? I feel like these ears should be more... Hold on. I think having them more out there looks better. Alright, now I'm just like adding like the horns. And that kind of ends like the sheepy like features that I was missing. And then past that, I don't know how to, like, where to finish this. Because I know I'm not gonna get it all done tonight. That'd be way too much work. No, the horn is weird. Hold on. They never look quite right. Yeah, that's about as good as it's gonna get. That's just how I'm thinking about it now. It's like, it's not great, but that's as good as it's gonna get. And then I'll also draw one last thing because it's so quick. I think I'll also draw the little piercings, even though I barely draw them anymore. And it doesn't show up on the model that I'm using now, but my original design, there's some face piercings that I just like don't really draw that much, so I'll draw them now. It's really these. Wait, what happened there? Hold on, let me fix that. And then, yeah, the little lip piercings. So, yeah, my original design has some piercings, so I'll draw them now. Oh, let me draw the lip. I usually don't unless I'm drawing the piercings, because then it looks kind of weird. So, little bottom lip here. Especially because so I could draw one of these better. Why does it look like that? I mean, obviously I made it look like that, but like, why does it look like that? Still don't look right. Okay. And then my drawings look right. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, there was like the snake bites. That was like one of them. Oh, it's a little big. Again, I barely draw them, but they are technically canon. Or at least I want them to be canon. Again, I feel like they're still a little too big. I need to draw them smaller. Because piercings are usually quite small. But I feel like I have a habit of drawing them bigger than what they're probably supposed to be. I mean, I know some people have like really big piercings, but like, I want them to be kind of small. Yeah, it's about as good as I'll get it. And then the little angel bites, those are the ones that I liked the most. Little angel bites. My model does have the tongue piercing. That was the one that I was able to figure out to to have it appear there, but the rest I haven't been able to figure that out. So the piercings only came up with my 1.0 like self-drawn like PNG tuber that I originally debuted with all those months ago. She wasn't great, but she was mine. And like, fun fact, even though have I talked about it? I don't think I have. But like, fun fact, the piercing placements, it was decided because those were all piercings that I wanted to get IRL. I don't have them yet, you know, emphasis on yet, because I do still plan on getting it done, but, you know, for now they exist in, you know, the fictional version of myself. But in a way, it was kind of like, once I get them done for real, that's when I would have found, like, that would be when I have finally amassed my true form. But for now, they will stay an idea. Yeah, it's definitely the plan. It's definitely the plan. I'll get them one day, eventually. Not yet, though. But for sure, one day. And when I do, everyone's gonna know about it. Because I probably will not shut up about it. So, when it happens, y'all will know. Probably not all at once, though. I feel like that sounds like it'd be pretty hard for them to all heal at the same time. Because I was thinking, what would this be? Technically 4 piercings. That'd be really hard to heal all at once if done all at once. So, you know, maybe not all at once, but something that you do little by little. You don't really rush that kind of thing, because again, you need to give them all time to heal properly. And if they don't, a lot of stuff could happen. You know, they could reject, or they could just look kind of funky, or you could get an infection. So much could happen. So, or, you know, something you take your time with so that it comes out exactly how you want it. And not that it's not gonna hurt or anything, but, you know, less pain in the sense that, like, you know, you don't get like an infection or something more serious. Yeah, I think that's about all that I'm going to do for today, honestly. I'm honestly getting kind of tired. And I still need to look up references for the actual outfit that I will also be drawing with it. So this is for now. Actually, let me save it. I have not been saving it. But for now, this is what it's going to be. And so let me switch to the... Oh, hello. Sorry, I've not looked at this chat. I'm so sorry. Yes, it is indeed a new streamer. Well, yeah, I would still say I'm a new streamer. New to streaming on Twitch, specifically. I've been streaming for a few months, though. But even then, that's still very new. Less than a year. So, let me switch screens. There we go. Less than a year. So, that is still quite new. in many definitions. But yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm literally just about to end here for the night. I've been going at it for a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I got a lot more done than I thought I would, but you know, there's still some that I will finish off screen, and then when I'm done with the drawing, you know, fully drawn and then like colored and stuff like that, then I will probably post it. We'll see. I probably will, even if, you know, I'm not the happiest with how it's coming out now, but, you know, maybe when it's done it'll look better. And even if not, I just need to get back to, you know, being comfortable with being, dare I say, a little cringe. A little, you know, maybe not immediately perfect, you know. Maybe not immediately like, oh, I like it, Picasso. but that's okay. That's part of what makes it fun. And then maybe in a few years, when I get better, I'll look back and be like, wow, that was bad. But at least I did it. But yeah, this was just a little train of thought, come back to me please. A little just chill stream, you know. Just yeah. I'm still technically on a little stream break, but then again, it's not really much of a streaming break if I'm streaming now, right? But I'll definitely, you know, do something like this again. Maybe playing a game or something next time. I don't know when that'll be though, but somewhat soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't really have much planned for today, just hanging out and doing some doodling. But yeah. Oh yeah, hellos. Feels bad seeing people coming in when I'm literally about to leave. But that's okay. Maybe we'll catch each other again the next time, you know. But yeah, that's about all I had to say for today. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna sleep now, to be honest. I'm very tired. Even though I know I took a nap earlier in the day. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, I really hope y'all have you know, for the new people that just came in, I really hope y'all have a good, no, or just like for anybody watching right now, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, night, morning? I guess it's morning in some time zones already. Yeah, week, night, no, week, month, whatever, good everything. And I'll catch you all in the next one. But yeah, if you've watched even a little bit of my stream, you know, I'm very grateful. It means a lot. And, you know, whether you've stayed from the beginning, even after my internet went out, but even if you stayed through that, or, you know, even if you popped your head in and then popped right out, that's fine. I understand. Or if you're VOD gang, yeah, shout out to VOD gang as well. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. But yeah, so that's about it. Just have a good rest of your whatever time it is for you and your day, week, whatever. And yeah, I'll see what I do next time. But until then, bye bye. Oh, and sweet dreams. Alright, I'm gonna switch to my end screen now. And boop. Oh wait, nope. wrong screen, no! Now I'm changing to the right screen. Okay. Boop. Yay.